The top 5 most important things in your marriage. This is a broad topic. My name is Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation, and I've covered this in 3 other videos in parts, and this is the 4th. This is the final. This is the 5th most important part of your marriage. Definitely, the links are below. Go to the other videos if you have not already. And what I like to say is learn and apply. Subscribe to this channel. There's so much good, true information about marriage, positive information about marriage. You do not want to miss the videos that are produced by the Marriage Foundation here. And the Marriage Foundation is an awesome nonprofit organization. You could write into one of the counselors and it's a free service. And there's much that you can get from us. We have offerings of books. We have courses. It's fantastic. So let's get into this last part of the topic, which is learning how to love unconditionally. This is the 5th, not necessarily in terms of importance. In fact, it's probably the most important, is in your marriage, learn how to love unconditionally. What does that even mean? You know, I'm not one to throw out terms that don't have real meaning. I'm not Hallmark. I'm not trying to make this romantic. I'm trying to give you practical information. Because marriage is intended. It was designed and produced for specific purpose. The purpose of marriage is for you to live in your own little world. I call it the sacred space of marriage, wherein, because the world will beat you to death, but in your sacred space of marriage, you could live ideal lives with and for each other. And the highest of all ideals in life, and I say this without taking anything back, the highest ideal of life is love. And I'm not talking about I love this car. I'm talking about love. You cannot really live without it. Ask anybody who has made a fortune who did so at the cost of developing the love in their hearts. They will tell you candidly that they wasted their life. Ask a poor man who's tight with his family, who loves his wife, or a rich or a poor woman who has a loyal, dedicated husband. They don't care. They're happy. Your marriage is all about happiness, ever-increasing happiness, every single day of your life. And how you achieve that is not materially. You achieve that through the one thing we know of that is infinite, that has no boundaries whatsoever, and keeps getting better all the time. It's love. And learning how to love unconditionally is practical. We don't know how. You go to a therapist, you go to a marriage counselor, and you say, I'm not happy in my marriage. And they will ask you, well, what's wrong? You don't know what's wrong. If you knew what was wrong, you wouldn't need a marriage counselor. They're the ones who are supposed to tell you what's wrong. They don't, because they don't know. I know. I'm telling you, and now you know. What is wrong is always the same wrong. You're not experiencing unconditional love. If you are, there is nothing wrong. All those little wrong things can be swept off the table because you have the love. One of my favorite stories of all time and I put it in both of my books, is a story about, and I heard this story when I took my kids to the Holocaust Museum in Washington, D.C. And Steven Spielberg put together a tape of, it's like 5-hour tape, of people sharing their experiences in concentration camp. Now, my dad was in concentration camp, and his experiences were not like the ones that this particular person told his story. So he told the story. He said, I was in camp, and my friend is praying. He's got a smile on his face. And I said to him, how can you pray to such a God? How can you do this? You're here. You've lost everything. Chances are you're going to lose your life. How can you even have a smile on your face? What can you possibly be grateful for? And my friend said, I'm very grateful. God didn't make me the way he made those who put us in here. And I went, my goodness, this man is in charge of his mind. This man understands about life, about love. Love, controlling your mind, transcends any little thing. For this man, being in concentration camp, losing everything, was little compared to the love that he had. Love is everything. Love is the very foundation of your marriage. It is where your two souls meet. You meet in love. It transcends all your material existence. If you do not learn to love unconditionally, you're wasting this unbelievable opportunity. Now, great saints and prophets and people who move huge movements who practice this love, they usually get assassinated. The world is not receptive. But when you become married, you're in this enclosed space. It's just the two of you. You have no other motivation that is superior to learning how to love unconditionally. And trust me, thousands, tens of thousands of people have used our courses. This is the very first thing we talk about in the course, is learning how to control your mind so that you can experience unconditional love. There is nothing superior. There is nothing that is its peer. This is it. This is the whole reason for being alive, is to discover love at that level. You can call it God. God is nothing but pure love. This is your soul. Nothing but pure love. It's what it's all about. Happiness. 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 Why would you ever want anything else? I do want one other thing. Would you like this video, please? And leave a comment if you'd like. Definitely subscribe to the channel so you could learn and apply. I want you to have the most amazing marriage, like I have, every single day, literally. And I'm not unique. It's not just me, because everything I know I share in these videos, I share in the books, I share in the courses. You should have it too. Why not? Thank you for spending time with me. God bless.